started. Namaste. Welcome to your YINYASA practice today. We'll be exploring the concept of contentment. So, Santosha is the Sanskrit word for contentment. And if you break down that word, the two parts, san or sam, means complete, and tosha means acceptance. So, complete acceptance will lead to that contentment. So, we're going to explore that a little bit through some yin postures and then flow it out, breathe it out with a couple short flows before relaxing down into Shavasana, into our rest. So to begin, make sure you have your block, and we're going to start in pontoon pose, which you're going to basically lay on your back with your block, or if this is too high or too much for you, a rolled up blanket will also work. You can also do this without the block if you find that that's a little bit more comfortable. So you're going to bring your low back onto the block just for a little bit of lift of the hips. Okay? So you might need to wiggle it around a little bit until you find that sweet spot. You want the low back to be neutral. Tailbone is not tipped up or down. You're going to extend your legs long on the mat. We're just going to begin relaxing down here, allowing the legs to become heavy, the arms to become heavy. Maybe inviting your eyes closed or softly gazing in front of you, maybe at the ceiling. And as you exhale, release any lingering thoughts, plans, noticing where the body is holding on to tension, softening there. Noticing where the mind is stuck, breathing into any of those areas of tension and exhaling it out. Continue to focus on your breath. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Take about 3 more rounds of breath here. And after your final exhale, slowly bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to splay open. That bound angle posture in the lower body, keeping the upper body as it is, relaxed against the mat. And we'll breathe here. Try to stay with yourself and sensations, but of course, if there's any pain or sensations are too intense for you to release that focus to the breath, slowly and gently make any adjustments you need. And relax back into relative stillness, bringing the mind back to the body and the breath. Feel the openness of the front body as you invite in that acceptance. Find 3 more rounds of unhurried breathing here. And then inhale the knees together. And finding kind of a half hero pose. So if you can, bending the knee and bringing that right foot next to the block. And you can either keep your left knee bent or you can begin to walk that foot away from you so the leg is straight. If this is too much, you can keep both knees bent. Maybe attempting to bring the top of the right foot down towards the earth. Find a place of stillness and take 5 rounds of breath here. In and out through the nose, lengthening the exhales. After your 5th exhale, slowly bring both feet to the mat, knees bent, and we'll switch sides. This time bringing the top of the left foot onto the mat, next to your block if you can, and walking that right foot away. Or a different variation, knees just bent. Maybe you sit up in normal hero pose with the heels under the hips. Find your posture. Breathe for 5 slow inhales and extended exhales. Try to release a little more. Allow the block and the earth to support you. Gently releasing slow, small movements after your final exhale. Bending the knees, walking the feet back, pressing the forearms and the palms down. Inhale, lift the hips off the block, then a little bridge. And gently move that block and lower the hips down. Stay here for just a moment, allowing the spine to realign. Reaching the arms up overhead, taking a stretch. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale through the mouth. You'd like to draw your knees in towards your chest, counter that lift of the low back. Just gently rock left to right, or maybe take some circles with the knees, one direction and then the other. Noticing the effects of the posture on the body. Continuing to breathe deeply in that openness of the heart space, the chest, that front body. Welcoming this concept of Santosha, complete acceptance. And exhale, slowly press yourself up to sit. We're going to take butterfly fish. So a little combo of both butterfly, which is the reclined bound angle, and the fish pose. Take your block or your pillow or any prop, and that's going to be right under your heart space to allow the heart space to open and the head to drop slightly back. So if the block is too high, feel free again to roll up your mat or use your blanket. We're going to lower on down. So your prop is between the shoulder blades, somewhere comfortable for you. And you can allow the head to relax back. Again, if this is too much opening for the throat, too much on the neck, give yourself a little pillow. Roll up the back of the mat. I think I'm going to do that. Just to give your neck a little extra support. Once you have your upper body ready, Slowly bring the soles of the feet together, coming back to those butterfly legs, allowing the knees to open as the soles of the feet press together. You can walk your feet further away or closer in to find that sweet spot. And then just begin to release down. Once you've found the position, you'll be able to hold for a few moments. Give in to gravity. Release the awareness of thoughts, the noises and smells and sensations around and within you. And just be in this shape. Each inhale, inviting the front body to open more. Each exhale, feeling a little more grounded, a little more supported. When we feel stable and at peace, secure, supported, we're more likely to be able to be open to the possibilities of life, be able to accept where it's brought us to this point and wherever it's leading us next. Maybe even inviting a sense of gratitude here. Continue your soft, deep breathing. Allow the subtle body to release, to relax. We'll be here for about 1 more minute. Begin to deepen the breath. Let your next exhale be a big cleansing breath out through the mouth. Slowly, we're going to make our way out of the posture, taking one tiny movement at a time. Maybe bringing the knees together, lowering them to one side, and gently rolling off the prop to one side of the body. Just allow yourself to rest here. Begin to press up to a comfortable seat. There's no rush. Just meet me there whenever. Taking your time, finding any comfortable seat you prefer. Make sure your sitting bones are grounded on the earth. Your spine can be as straight as is straight for you. Relax the shoulders down the back. And on an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And take a seated twist. So gently turn the torso towards the right. Bring your right hand down to the floor or your block to prop you up. Inhale, reach up with the left hand. And then exhale, twist, lowering the left hand to your right knee. Lift the gaze on an inhale. Exhale, Turn to look over your back shoulder. We'll be here for 5 rounds of breath. Focus on sitting up straighter and longer on the inhales. Maybe deepening the twist on the exhales. You don't have to jerk your body into the twist, just allow it to naturally open. Relax your jaw. Relax the legs. And to release, inhale, coming back to center, arms up again. We're going to fold forward over the legs. So reach the heart past the feet, lower the hands, lower the head. Release the gaze towards your feet and let the head hang heavy. As you inhale, feel the back expand. As the lungs press into the upper back, filling up with air. Releasing your torso a little more towards the earth on your exhales. On your next inhale, lift the gaze. Slowly begin to sit back up. If you sat in a cross-legged position, switch the crossing of the legs by placing the leg that's in front behind. Even out the hips. Reestablish your grounded base. Then inhale, reach the arms up overhead again for a twist towards the left. Drop that left hand behind you to the floor, behind your tailbone, or maybe to a block. Inhale, reach up with the right arm, little side body stretch on that right side before exhaling, twisting to look over your back shoulder. Allow the right hand to lower towards onto your left leg. Again, the inhaling brings length. The exhaling brings us a little bit more into the twist. Starting with the core, just using our hands for support to encourage the twist, not force. 5 rounds of breath here. Breathe in as fully as you can into the twist. Exhaling a couple seconds longer if you can. As you're ready to release, inhale back to center. The arms come up overhead with you. And taking that forward fold, heart comes first. Lowering the hands, lowering the gaze. Let the head hang heavy. Relax down as the back of the heart space expands with your inhales. Letting go on the exhales. Surrendering down, releasing that control. Releasing the need to fulfill our immediate desires. Releasing the need to advance our goals. Complete acceptance. Santosha is here in that surrender, that acceptance where we find contentment. Knowing we're doing the best that we can, leaving the rest to the universe, to God. On your inhale, slowly roll the spine up to sit. Again, coming to a comfortable seated posture. Tucking the chin, relaxing the shoulders, spending a few moments here, just in quiet meditation. And we'll move on, lifting the gaze, bringing the hands down in front of you, making your way to tabletop, hands and knees, preparing for what I'm going to call sleepy puppy pose. So, relaxing down into puppy pose, allowing your chest to lower to the mat. Maybe you lower down to a blanket or a block if this is too intense. And we're going to bend the right elbow and bring the right arm underneath our forehead as a little prop. So, lowering the forehead down onto the right arm that's bent. Left arm is still extended overhead, and our hips are still over our knees. Begin to feel maybe an openness in that left side body. Get the wiggles out. Find some stillness in the posture. And then allow yourself to just be. Surrendering into the pose. Breathing in acceptance of any sensations within or without. Feeling the belly expand against the thighs on your inhales. Softening, easing in on the exhales. Be here for about 1 more minute. Exhale it out. Slowly press into your arms to come up. We'll switch sides. This time, bringing the left arm underneath us to lower our forehead down onto. Walking that right arm out. Lowering the chest down. Wiggling into place. And then allowing the posture to open as we find stillness, awareness of the breath and nothing else. Enjoy the release. Enjoy the permission to have nowhere to be, nothing to do, nothing to work out, but to just be right here in this shape, in this moment. Notice what sensations, memories, thoughts, things that this posture brings up within you. And breathe through them. And take about 30 more seconds here. Slowly begin to Walk that right arm in, gently releasing from the posture, just shifting the hips back to child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths here. Recoiling from the last posture, allowing the blood flow to recirculate throughout the body. Inhale, rolling back up to our tabletop. We're going to lower right down to our belly for Sphinx pose. Forearms come down to the mats, creating a 90-degree angle from your shoulder to your elbow to the wrist, pulling the heart through. Maybe widening the legs, or if you'd like, you can roll a blanket and place it underneath your hips to help ease any low back pain, any low back issues in this posture. And gently move the hips side to side. Roll the shoulders up and down the back, and then settle in. We'll take a slight tuck of the chin here, so the gaze is just past the fingertips. Neutral neck. On an exhale, press out as much air as you can. Taking a full inhale. Sipping in as much air as you can, preparing for lion's breath. So full inhale, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, exhale it out. Take 2 more of those. Full inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Sticking your tongue out as far as you can. Final one. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Again, finding peace in the posture. Allowing the body to quiet so the mind can settle. Making your own peace with however this posture feels in your body. Releasing any judgments or expectations of yourself or your practice. Lifting the heart through the shoulders a little bit more. Exhaling, Santosha. Digging deep within our chest to find that acceptance, that pride, deep within us, and letting that radiate out through our being. Letting that's within inside of us be our guiding force, our centering, so we may find more contentment in our life, the things outside of us. When we have that within, when we have that gratitude, that acceptance, contentment from within can begin to manifest in our lives, and the things that we can't control. 3 more rounds of breath here. After your final exhale, we're going to press it up and back to child's pose again. Taking any variation, maybe wide-legged. Shifting the hips over the heels, again, lowering the forehead down to the mat, maybe reaching the arms back behind us this time. And letting the tops of the hands rest next to our legs. allowing the shoulders to release towards the earth. Take another full breath in and out here. And plant your hands next to your face. Gently press yourself up. Walking the hands out to tabletop. Move slowly and mindfully into a few cat and cows. So we begin to bring a little bit more movement to the body, connecting each movement with your breath. Good. Planting the left hand in the center of the mat. Sweep the right arm open, reaching the right fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhaling, threading the needle, lowering the right arm underneath you, lowering down to your shoulder, right side of the face. 3 deep breaths here. After your third exhale, draw the left hand in front of your face, press down. Lift yourself back up, re-extend that right arm, reach it up, open. Exhale, plant that right hand down in the center of the mat, other side. Sweep the left arm open, left fingertips reaching up towards the sky, opening the heart, maybe even finding a little twist to reach that left hand back a little more before gently exhaling, threading that left arm underneath you, lowering to the shoulder, the left side of the face. 3 breaths here. After your third exhale, bring the right hand in front of your face to press down. Inhale, lift yourself up, re-extend that left arm, reach it up, open, open, open. Exhale, planting that left hand down. Shift back onto your hips until you're seated. And from here, we'll take deer pose or pigeon if you prefer, taking the upright version now. So shifting to one side, bringing one leg at a 90 degrees next to you, the other leg parallel to the top of the mat. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, walking the fingertips forward, chest wide or shoulders spread wide, heart open. Lowering the gaze. Keeping the spine upright though. We're not going to totally lower down here. We stay lifted. If you need to lower into the pose to get a little bit more sensation in that hip, make sure you widen your fingertips as you lower. Breathing here. Sending the breath into that hip. Exhaling, softening the jaw, anywhere else that wants to feel and hold that tension. Final round of breath. Inhale, gently sit up. We'll switch sides. Take your time. Especially in this posture, you want to make sure you set yourself up so you don't go too far past your edge. Remember to sit up, lengthen on the inhale before exhaling, beginning to walk the heart forward, spreading the fingertips wide, spreading your wings, finding your edge in that hip, and then sending the breath there. And drop the gaze. Breathe. Take one more round of breath here. Allowing that hip another moment to open before gently pressing yourself back up. We'll meet on our tailbone with our knees tucked into our chest, wrapping the forearms around, curling into a little ball. Tuck the chin, hiding your face between your knees and your chest. Inhaling to release. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Any way that feels best to get there for you. Maybe you roll through another cat and cow, maybe a child's pose. Eventually making your way. Spreading the fingertips wide. Lifting through the sitting bones and pressing your chest towards your thighs. Allowing your body a few rounds of breath to adjust to the posture. Exhale out through open mouth. Look between your hands and make your way to forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, stay in your halfway lift. And then inhale, roll the spine up to stand, finding mountain pose. Shoulders down the back, palms open. Feet hips width distance apart. Tailbone lowers towards the mat. Your chest lifts. The ribs hug in. Full breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Inhale, look up halfway, hands to your shins. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank. And lower all the way down to your belly, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Let your inhale lift you to cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your downward dog. Feel free to pedal out your heels. Take a little cha-cha with the hips. And then look between your hands. Make your way back to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the spine to stand, coming to mountain at the top of the mat. I'm preparing for tree pose, bringing the palms together at heart center, or maybe for a little bit more grounding on your hips, or holding onto a wall if you need a little extra balance today, a little extra balance support. Take a moment, and wherever you're going to begin your tree pose, focus on inhaling through the feet, down into the earth. Exhaling. Inhaling, then drawing that energy up through the legs, feeling yourself firm up, lengthening through the spine, relaxing the shoulders, slight tuck of the chin. Shift the weight to the right foot. Begin to lift that left knee, little kickstand, and make your way to your tree pose. Using your own mobility to draw the foot up the leg. We're not going to grab it and place it, even if you might be able to get it a little bit higher. Working on that mobility. Press your leg and your foot in towards each other as you also press down with the low body. Lengthen through the upper body, lifting up through the crown of your head. Soft expression of the face. Breathe. Find peace within yourself. No matter how many breezes are blowing your tree. And then on an exhale, bring the left knee forward. Slowly release that left foot down. Release the palms. Roll the wrists and the ankles. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Palms together at the top. Exhale them down through heart center. We'll take tree on the other side. First, taking that moment to find your roots, growing from the ground up, firming the body, focusing the mind. Then shifting to the left foot, drawing that right foot up the leg, or maybe you just keep that kickstand. You can also use a block under your right toes. No shame in the support game. Use what you need. Got to teach our body, our muscles, step by step. When you found your tree, breathe into the balance. Embrace any shaking. Embrace the falling and the getting up. Keep the face soft. Find an unmoving point to gaze at. Will help with your balance. Just another few breaths here. And inhale the right knee forward. Slowly, with control, lower that right foot down to the mat. Release the hands. Roll the wrists again, maybe the ankles. And then reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your feet back, find plank. Stay for the inhale, lengthen, find a little lift from the low belly. And then exhale, lower either all the way down or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms reach up. Shift the weight back to the heels, relax the shoulders, heart is open. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and lower through. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, right to warrior one. Bring that right foot forward, plant the back heel. Reach the arms up, square the hips and the shoulders towards the top of the mat. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step that right foot back, lower down through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your feet and walk your hands towards the back of the mat so you find a forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, send the arms back behind you. Inhale to chair. Exhale, stay. Inhale, press down in your feet to lift up. And from here, we're going to take dancer pose. Shift the weight to the right foot. Begin to bend that left knee and reach around so you can grab the inside of your left foot. Okay? Once you're there, reach the right arm up. Again, finding your balance, taking your time step by step if you need. And right here is just fine if you want to stay here. Working on, again, growing those roots down through the right foot, pressing the foot into the hand, pressing the hand into the foot, in towards the low back. Begin to tilt forward and like a bow and arrow with your foot in your hand, use that momentum to gently reach forward into your dancer pose. If you fall out, take a moment and get back in. Pressing the foot into the hand into the foot, reaching up with the right hand, pressing down with the right foot. Soft. Just play here. Accept and enjoy where you're at. Dance through where you're at in life. Gently release. Bring the palms together. Gaze down at the fingertips. And repeat some positivity to yourself. Rewarding your efforts as progress. Thanking yourself and your body for what it allows you to do. Hands, find yourself at the back of the mat again. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and walk them to plank so that your hands are back at the top of the mat, finding your plank pose. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward this time, warrior one. Plant the right heel. Reach the arms up. Square the hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. Bending into the left knee, lengthening through the right leg as best you can. Breathe. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Lift through the heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold, planting your hands down. Step the left foot back. Lower through plank. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale to chair, drop the hips, raise the arms. Inhale, press into your feet to stand, reach up. And lower your arms to either side, preparing for dancer on the other side. So shifting your weight to your left foot. Begin to lift that right foot, and the inside of the foot you're going to grab with your hands, all right? Reach that left arm up. Take a moment. Find your balance. Lower the tailbone, lift the sternum. Hug the ribs in. And then slowly, finding that bow with your feet, or your foot in your hand, reaching the left hand forward. Keeping the hips squared towards the mat. So this isn't an open hip pose. We're not opening up. So you'll fall like that. Keep the hips squared towards the mat as you reach forward. So press that right hip down. Bow and arrow, like with our dancer. Keep finding that contentment with the posture, that balance of effort and ease. A steady gaze, but soft. Continue your play, your dance. And when you're ready, slowly release. Come back to the center of the mat, palms together. Gaze down at your fingertips. Exhale it out. Again, repeating any affirmations. Inhaling gratitude. Release the hands, bring them to your hips, and step your feet about hips width distance apart. Take ragdoll pose. Slowly fold over your legs, clasping either elbow with your hands, letting the head hang heavy. You can gently sway left to right here if you'd like. Loosen the neck by shaking the head, yes and no. Let everything jump out through the crown of the head. Breathe. After your next exhale, release the elbows, bend the knees and curl the spine, rolling up to stand. Hands to your hips. Bring the feet together. We're going to slowly make our way through boat pose to the mat. So reaching the arms up overhead, bending the knees and lowering the hips down and back behind you. So you lower on down to boat. Once you're balanced on your sitting bones, lift the legs up, keeping the back straight and the heart open. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, slow motion, lower that boat onto your mat. Bend the knees, walking the feet in towards the hip, preparing for bridge pose. Engage the inner thighs. And on inhale, lifting from the belly button, lift the hips up, pressing those hip points straight up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to lift a little higher, you can clasp your fingers together underneath your low back. Wiggle the shoulder blades together until the forearms are pressing into the mat underneath you. Invite that sense of openness through the chest. Relax the jaw. Relax through your butt, keeping the inner thighs engaged. 3 more breaths here, if you can. Release the clasped hands if you took that variation. Slowly roll the spine down. Before making any other movements, rest here for just a moment. Full breath in, open mouth, exhale. Gently windshield wipers the legs, left and right. And then bringing the knees to stillness, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Allow the knees to lower in towards each other. 3 deep rounds of breath here. Inhale the knees to center, walk the feet back in. And we'll take supine figure 4, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Lift that left foot up and reach between the space between your legs, grabbing behind the left knee, drawing that left leg towards you as you press the right knee away. Getting in back into that right hip. Another variation, you can gently rock left and right. Tuck the chin, lengthen the spine on the back. And then from here, we're going to gently lower the legs to the left for a twist. So just tilt the hips to the left until your foot meets the earth, and extend the right arm long, gazing over your right shoulder. Breathing slowly and deeply. Inhale back to center. Extend the right leg long towards the ceiling. And then lower that right leg all the way down, keeping the left knee bent. From here, we'll take wind removing pose. Draw that left knee in, hug it in. Press out through the right foot, flatten your right foot. Press out through the right heel as you squeeze that left knee in. And exhale, release. Bringing both feet back to the mat, bend at the knees. Preparing for figure 4 on the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Same thing with that right leg, clasping the hands behind the right knee. Draw that right leg towards you as you press the left knee away. Soften the jaw, tuck the chin. And gentle rocking left and right if you'd like. We did that on the other side. And then releasing the grip, we're going to take that twist. So lower the legs, tilting your hips towards the right. So knees and legs towards the right. Extend the left arm long, look over your left shoulder. Few more breaths here. And inhale back to center. Bringing the right foot back to the mat. Extend the left leg long so the foot is flexed towards the ceiling. And lower that left leg down, keeping the right knee bent. Winds removing pose. Draw that right knee in towards your chest, clasping the fingertips around it. Squeeze that right knee in towards your armpit as you press out through that left foot. One more breath in. And release on the exhale, drawing both knees in towards your chest, wrapping your forearms around the knees, taking a gentle rocking left and right. And if there's any final postures you'd like to close out your practice with, maybe a happy baby, maybe another supine twist. If you're ready for Shavasana, go ahead and gather any props you'd like. Lengthen out on your mat, taking up as much space as you'd like. Taking a full inhale, an open mouth exhale, cleansing breath out. Let it all go. And find your rest. At peace with your body, at peace with your mind, at peace with your heart. Begin to soften the toes. Feel the heels melting into the earth. Allow the legs and the arms to become heavy. Soften through the belly and allowing the breath to enter and exit your lungs naturally. Relax, open your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And feel the corners of the eyes melting down the sides of your face. Maybe your eyelids soften. Feel the back of the head, safe and supported on the mat underneath you. As you begin to allow yourself to drift off this peaceful rest. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. Begin to deepen your breathing again. Filling the lungs fully, feeling the chest lift, Following the breath out through the nostrils on your exhale. Begin to move the fingers, the toes, awakening the physical body. Drawing the legs together and the arms up overhead. Clasping your hands, pointing your toes, reach up, and then exhale, tilt to one side, taking a side body stretch. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, curving to the other side. Inhaling once again back to center. Lengthen through. Inhale, biggest breath you've taken all day. Open mouth, exhale. Gently roll to one side. And press yourself up to sit. Keeping the eyes closed or softly gazing downward. Bring the palms together at heart center. And close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, the peace, as we invite this sense of complete acceptance within us. Welcome to join or just receive. Let's inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Exhale, release the palms, release the mantra. Inhale, lift the gaze, blink open the eyes. May you be at peace from within, and may that guide you to finding contentment in your life, in the world, and the people around you. Thank you for allowing me to be one of those people around. And I hope to see you next time on the